living being is an engine geared to the will work of the universe. Though seemingly affected only by its immediate surrounding, the sphere of external influence extends to infinite distance. Nikola Tesla. Today I will be discussing how we are all constructed by the influence of past, present, and future people, places, and experiences. First, I will discuss how my mother has influenced me. Second, I will talk about how the stage at Ennis High School has impacted my life. And lastly, I will discuss how going to feed the homeless has affected me. Now, I grew up in a very close-knit family, and I quickly found out that my mother was one of my biggest influences. One of the biggest things that she taught me was the importance of religion. From a very young age, I was always expected to be at church every Sunday unless I was either A, sick, or B, out of town. Now, my mother plays piano at our church, and in so doing that, we were all taught that we were supposed to be there, anytime that she was there. She also grew up going to church every Sunday, and she has reflected that down to me and both of my sisters, where we go to church every Sunday. Now, both of my older sisters were heavily involved in our church youth group, and my mother chaperoned a lot of their events, which also influenced me to get very involved in our youth group. One of the things that she chaperoned was a trip to Tyler State Park, and I got to see how much of a family they were, and that made me want to be a part of that. Another thing was I got to see their Wednesday night praise and worship, which taught me that how important fellowship was in a youth group, and I wanted to experience that as well. Another thing I got to learn was the balance of multitasking. I watched my mom, balance a full-time job, being a full-time mother, cooking, cleaning, making sure my father was, okay. And that was important because now I have a full-time job and I'm also a full-time student, and I'm able to take what she has taught me and, apply that to my own life, as well as I've, experienced the exhaustion that she has had from working all day, then cooking, and then cleaning for guests that are coming over. Other than multitasking, the balance has showed how important family is. She's always put our family number one, above everything. No matter what's going on, she's always there for us. And even if we're fighting or, disagreeing on something, she always has our back. Now, another thing that has influenced me a lot is the stage at Ennis High School. I spent a lot of time there. I joined theater my freshman year of high school and spent the next 4 years of my life on that stage. The stage became like a second home to me and taught me a lot of discipline. We had to be at rehearsals every night, very long hours, and we were expected to be there early, and, it was mentally and physically exhausting. We also had to always, always, always listen to our director. We had to know what we were supposed to do as well as what everyone around us was supposed to do. I was also taught, how to work with others and the importance of teamwork. Each person brought something different to the stage. I also had to learn from others, and we, would exchange traits that we all could bring to the stage, and we got to learn from that. But the most rewarding part of teamwork is always the celebration after all the hard work's been put in. Celebrating your successes at the end of all of the time spent. You also get to share the memories that, will be kept with you forever and will, impact others because of what you've learned from them. One of the biggest things, though, that has impacted me was when I was in youth group. At least once a year, we would take a trip and help feed the homeless. And one of those things was, things can always get worse. We don't have everything as bad as it seems. These people would come in carrying everything they owned with them. Some had buggies, some had backpacks, others just coming in with the clothes on their back. Not only did they carry their personal belongings, but they also carried their emotional baggage with them. You could see it on their faces. They carried the stress on their face. As well as when we got to sit down and talk with them, they shared their stories. And I personally got to see that, things can always get worse no matter what we're going through. They also taught me the importance of gratitude. They were very gracious for the time and effort that we put in to coming to help them. They would thank us for anything that we did, and they were just kind and grateful and just appreciative that they were treated as human beings and not homeless people. And they were also very grateful of the food. As they walked in the door, their faces would light up from just seeing the food. And they had no complaints whatsoever about what was being served. In conclusion, we're all shaped and influenced by everything around us. We're all constructed of past, present, and future people, places, and experiences. My mom influenced me in religion and balancing, multitasking. The stage of the high school taught me the importance of teamwork and discipline, and feeding the homeless taught me gratitude and, all things can always get worse. And so, no matter who we are all influenced by everything that is around us.